Hey gang, JC here, and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, July 15th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Some terrific television archives, top of the page, our eye candy feature along the bottom, and our rock and roll poll question. You know, I write these rock and roll poll questions, and I usually think I have a pretty good idea of what the response is going to be, and a lot of times I am within the ballpark range of things, and then there's days like yesterday where it's like, wow, I wasn't even close. Who is your favorite St. Louis actor? Now, I had a pretty good idea John Goodman was going to win. But listen to these numbers. John Goodman with 49%, followed by Kevin Kline at 19%. That was a little bigger gap than I was anticipating. Jenna Fisher from The Office at 13%, Scott Bakula at 12%, and Jon Hamm only got 7% of the vote. I am astonished by that. Absolutely astonished. I thought Jon Hamm might actually come close to John Goodman, and I'm not sure why I was so far off on this. This guy's got a hit show. He's winning awards. He's on 30 Rock. He's on Mad Men. Seems to be like one of the hottest commodities in Hollywood. But I just think that when it comes to St. Louis, what we could be talking about here is there is sort of a grounding effect. If people just seem a little too slick or a little bit too country day, merry-eye for this community, they don't embrace that person as much. Like, does Jon Hamm seem like a little too much of a pretty boy or something like that? And I don't know. I'm just guessing. And I'm certainly not trying to, impugn the integrity of Jon Hamm. I'm just trying to figure out why he's got 7% of the vote when he seems to be one of the hottest commodities in Hollywood. What's up with that? So we'll talk more about it later down the line, I am sure. All right. Big, weird development in the Roger Clemens case yesterday, which leads us to today's rock and roll poll question. Basically what happened is the judge declared a mistrial because in the first day or second day of the proceedings, the prosecution threw up a tape that they knew they weren't supposed to use. The judge said, wait a minute, you can't use that, and so you got a mistrial here now. So now there's going to be a hearing on September 2nd to find out whether or not they're going to try him again. Doesn't seem to fall under the heading of double jeopardy, so they could end up doing that. So today's rock and roll poll question: should government prosecutors continue to try cases related to alleged steroid use in Major League Baseball like the one involving Roger Clemens? A or B, yes or no? Please answer right there in the corner, and we'll give you the results Monday here on the Daily Dose, here on the Big 550 KTRS, also where Trish Gazelle comes back from vacation on Monday, and we're on the air every day from noon until 3 over there. Robert Blossom. It's a name that you probably don't know. However, he played Macaulay Culkin's old creepy neighbor in Home Alone. He was 87 years old. He died a couple of days ago, natural causes. Well, all that talk and the up and down, is Mila Kunis going to accept the invitation to go to the Marine Ball with that Marine captain or sergeant or whoever he was? All right, now they're saying she is going to go, and that the story that emerged yesterday that she's going to be too busy doing 2 movies and wouldn't be able to go after all, that stuff apparently was all false. So good, because Vanilla Ice, better known as Rob Van Winkle, moved out on his wife Laura. Sources say it's because she was nailing his best friend. Some friend, huh? All right, hot is going to be the story. Dave Murray said something to the effect of, we're going to have these ridiculously high temperatures and basically no rain for maybe the next 7 to 10 days. So not only will it seem hot and humid and sticky and oppressive, but there won't be, those showers and thunderstorms to come through to drop the temperature 20 degrees or something like that. We'll see if that ends up happening. And again, you got U2 on Sunday night, and I'm just thinking that if you're the Department of Public Safety or Health or whatever it is, you just back up those meat wagons to Clark Street on Sunday night. You have a temperature near 100 degrees, and by the way, the floor that U2 insists on having, even though it's an outdoor venue. And I'm like, if you need a floor, why don't you play an indoor venue? But that's just me, okay? So the floor, it turns out, is made of aluminum. And so now it's going to be sitting out in the hot sun all day, and they're concerned that people might be burning their feet if they wear flip-flops or sandals or something like that. This is just unbelievable. It's not, I don't know if I'm officially turning into my grandfather or what, but the whole thing seems absolutely, utterly ridiculous. Anyhow, Here are 6 things, in addition to the weather and the humidity and stuff like that, that make you sweat. Number 1, coffee. Drinking anything hot makes you hotter. Sunscreen. Well, it prevents your skin from sweating, so it sort of seals up your body, and it makes you hotter, okay? Alcohol. It expands the blood vessels. We all know that you're not supposed to drink alcohol when you're in the extreme heat, but people do it anyhow. Cigarettes. Nicotine affects hormone levels, raises your heart rate, makes you sweat. Prescription drugs. Side effect of blood pressure medications, antidepressants, and some anti-inflammatory drugs and diabetes medications are that it makes you sweat when it's hot. And PMS, and I don't even want to get into that. By the way, Harry Potter mania has swept the North American continent, and here's sort of a spoiler alert, and if you're going to see the movie, maybe you shouldn't listen to this, but there is a surprise development in the movie where Harry Potter drops out of Hogwarts and gets an online degree from the University of Phoenix. And the Winnie the Pooh movie comes out. What chance really do you think the Winnie the Pooh movie has this weekend? Although they did name it Winnie the Pooh and Harry Potter, so maybe that's it. New movie coming out in September called Contagion, as in something that's contagious, like a killer disease or something like that. It's about a worldwide outbreak of a deadly virus. And listen to the star-studded lineup. You've got Matt Damon, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, Lawrence Fishburne, Bryan Cranston, and Marion Cotillard. And that's great and everything, but does this sound a little bit like Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman? And also, another spoiler alert, apparently Gwyneth Paltrow dies in this movie, and didn't that also sound like the movie Seven? Running out of ideas in Hollywood, are ya? Saturday Night Live. I bring this up because we're in the middle of the summer, and obviously it's a repeat. However, this is the one with Justin Timberlake and Lady Gaga, and the show is very, very funny. You got the Barry Gibb talk show, Jimmy Fallon shows up, and also there's a spoof of a game show where it's Lady Gaga against Justin Timberlake, and it is absolutely hilarious. It's one of the funniest things I've seen on Saturday Night Live in years. So if you didn't see that show, you might want to check that out. All right, Brad Pitt, new movie called Moneyball, and he plays Oakland A's manager Billy Beane, which is interesting because they're trying to make a movie out of 3 Nights in August, and Tony La Russa managing for the Cardinals, but obviously a little close there. Running out of ideas in Hollywood, are you? So anyhow, they say that Brad Pitt's baseball skills were just fantastic. He was out there throwing a ball around, taking batting practice and everything. So that's nice to see. Some people close to John Hamm, and we were just talking about him a little while ago from Mad Men, think he drinks too much and might need help. Take it easy. Story comes from the National Enquirer. And Jenna Fisher, who plays Pam on The Office, says her real-life pregnancy will be worked into the show next season, and that means Jim and Pam will be expecting their second child. All right, new survey, and you would have thought that this might have been better served coming out, maybe in May instead of in the middle of July. But according to the new survey, an article of summer clothing that people have voted least appropriate for the office, flip-flops. Well, you sound like an idiot going down the hall. Whack, 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 whack. You don't sound like a professional, so if you want to be taken seriously, probably not a good idea. The flip-flops beat out miniskirts, strapless dresses, and shorts. Men objected to flip-flops the most. Women objected to miniskirts and strapless dresses the most. May not be familiar with the name Eden Wood, but Eden Wood is one of America's most successful beauty pageant queens. Eden Wood has won more than 300 titles, and now she's announcing her retirement, and her mother says she's retiring to explore other ventures just like former pageant winners like Oprah Winfrey. Oh yeah, Eden Wood is 6 years old. All right, birthdays this weekend. It's just a veritable plethora of St. Louis references this weekend. Scott Foley, who played Noel on Felicity, was also in the unit, and Grey's Anatomy. He's from St. Louis. He's 39. The Alton Giant, Robert Wadlow, died at age 32 on this date in 1940. Bert Convy, who was on Cannonball Run, and then he hosted Win, Lose, or Draw. He died on this date of a brain tumor. That was 1957. That dude had great hair. Phoebe Cates, who's not from St. Louis, but was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Private School and Gremlins, and she's married to Kevin Kline, who, of course, is from St. Louis. She's 48 this weekend. On Sunday, Phyllis Diller, who's from St. Louis, is 94. And on Sunday, Alex Winter from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is 46. At least St. Louis people making it in this weekend. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. So going back to our rock and roll poll, John Goodman, the winner of the Who's Your Favorite St. Louis Actor contest, our poll, found a picture of him with me from 1989 on the press junket in Los Angeles for the Steven Spielberg movie. Remember Richard Dreyfuss and Holly Hunter in a movie called Always? Very, very funny picture of me with John. And then back in 1990, I flew out to San Francisco right after I'd had my neck surgery, and flew out to San Francisco because I wanted to meet Phoebe Cates, and she was doing publicity for the movie Gremlins 2, so we managed to get a picture of that. So two great pictures of John Goodman and Phoebe Cates. It's right below what you're looking at here on Eye Candy for the weekend. All right, again, should the government prosecutors continue to try cases related to alleged steroid use in Major League Baseball, like the one involving Roger Clemens? Yes or no? That's our rock and roll poll question. Please answer. We'll have results for you on Monday. Take it easy this weekend, and boy, the next week or so, you get this idea that this could be one for the record books. The heat and the humidity and the concert and the whole thing. So just take it easy. Be cool, boys and girls. That's it. JC's Daily Dose for Friday, July 15th, 2011. A combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.